What's up YouTube, Eric here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys a completely free strategy. Excuse me. And if you've been following me for any length of time, then you know that I like to trade two basic things, which is just levels, i.e. level to level, and then the second thing is divergence. So with the trade in particular that I took today, that I want to break down here, it was in the S&Ps, right? So we've got those pulled up on the screen right now, and the trade in which I took was right down in through here, just under 44.58 and change, right? So it was about, I don't know, 10.24, 10.26, somewhere in this area. I could go back and look at the fills on it, but I punched it into the Discord, and the way in which I played this was with and let me actually kind of backtrack on this one time. I took a NASDAQ trade earlier prior to this trade and was able to bank some profits. And that was an opening print retest with a divergence, right? So the two setups in which I took today were both from divergences. The first one here breaking down in the S&Ps, right up through here where I took that entry at. If we pull over, and I'll bump this up just so my head's not in the way, you'll notice right here at 1020, which was the leading into me being able to take this position here under 44.58 and change, was that the S&Ps rallied up, set a little bit of a lower high. NASDAQ rallied up and got new highs, and this right here, these three red arrows up here in these three candles that all ultimately ended up making new highs on the day, while the rest of the markets were not, is what allowed me to be able to enter this position. Now, at the same time, there's a couple things happening in the backdrop, which some of this may sound a little bit counter trend when I talk about the NASDAQ trade, but we still had room to go, right? And what I mean by that is that the daily chart right now, weekly chart, everything was saying, hey, 44.22.75s, this is where it looks like we are going. That's what makes the most sense right here. So just play it in that direction. Find some sort of reason or way to get into that position, whether that's a rally up into 44.7250s, whether that's a divergence, i.e. those are the only two strategies in which I have to work with, right? So for that, everything kind of lined up there, right? We had the NASDAQ pushing the new highs. We had the S&Ps lower highs. We had all of these things, right? Now, the part where I said it's going to kind of sound a little counter trend is the first trade in which I took this morning was right here from the opening print out of the NASDAQ here at 15.079s, right? That's the opening print level. I think I got filled at 84 quarters on this one, right? And was able to take this up and first targets on this up over 128s here, 15.128s. So it was good for, I don't know, roughly 50 points or so on the first portion of this trade, and then trailed out the rest down here when we decided to crack through this. And again, ultimately set that divergence and all of the things, right? So with this though, like I was saying, we're in a daily downtrend. The weekly is saying, hey, we have some room to go lower. So what is it that I was allowed to take this position on, given the counter trend nature? And again, the S&P's trade hadn't set up just yet. It needed this NASDAQ rally in order to do so. And the same thing in there, which happened, which was right in here basically at 10 o'clock on that retest, is if we zoom in on the Russell right here at 10 o'clock, the Russell's actually making new lows on the day, and it's the only market doing so. Right now, we don't have a green arrow in place here, but you can clearly see, hey, we come down, we test this 1898.80 level. That's the opening print, retest level here as well for the NASDAQ. And all of these things kind of came together. Hey, we're maybe putting in a little bit of a higher low on the S&Ps, and all of the things that, that kind of came together with both of these trades being able to work out and run to targets here. So, well, I guess NASDAQ didn't quite get all the way up to 183 quarters there for the second target, but definitely got the new high on the day for the first target. So it was roughly a 15-point stop here. Like I said, 84 quarters was my fill, and then the stops were just under this 71 here, so call it 70, and that's roughly 15 points. So a good first 3R plus target, too high of the day there. And then had another basically 3R plus target, on top of that. So 6R total if it was going to run, about 100 points here up into, 15,183. So had really, really good risk reward ratio. It was bouncing off the 15,057s, which was at a very important level for us. And as you can see, this has tested not only once, but twice, and then 3 times being today, and then essentially third test of that level. Knock ultimately was able to, get through that and make the move lower into the end of the day there. So, anyways, hopefully that helps you guys. I just wanted to kind of make this video a little bit different here, and just, really kind of hone in on some of those divergences. Like I said, it's the only other strategy in which I use outside of just levels themselves. So anyways, hope that helps. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this. I kind of had the thought of putting one out there. Is the market crashing with the move that we had today? But I'll save that one until next time, because I do have some thoughts about where this current market could go. So anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much. Take care, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.